it's gone.
Nice, thank you.
Okay, that's the one we're doing, okay? I'm gonna put it here. 29 times 63. This 29, what does it really mean? What does it really mean to have 29? Maximus? 2 tens and 9 ones, right? Can we, let's just call this method number 1. It's not a method, it's just a strategy, so that if your brain works that way, that's great, you can do it. It's just a lot of work, okay? This 29, I'm gonna split it in 2 tens and 9 ones. Do you agree? Okay. What about the 63? What is the 63? Ava?
6 tens and 3 ones.
6 tens and 3 ones. So basically 60 and 3. Yes? Okay. Imagine that you don't have the 6 right here. If you were only multiplying 29 times 3, we already did it in the last example, right? You would have to multiply 3 tens times 9 ones. I mean, 3 ones times 9 ones, and then and then 3 times what? 2 tens, right? Did you agree with that? All right. That's exactly what we're going to do here. So this multiplication, pay attention, this multiplication in reality, if you break it up into little pieces, you have to multiply 9 times 3. Actually, I'm going to start with it. 3 times 9, and then what? What's next? Arturo?
We multiply.
Yes, the first one is 3 times 9, and then what?
Do I multiply?
No. Thomas? 3 times 2, but it's not a 2. It's a 3 times what? It's a 3 times 20. Are you following? Because we did that in the last example. We're breaking this into little pieces. It's 3 times 9, but then I also have to multiply 3 times 20. Now, I'm going to move to the 6, right? Because I already multiplied 3 times 9 and 3 times 20. But then, to all of that, I also have to multiply what? This 63, it's not a 6. That's 6. And this number, what does it stand for?
60.
It stands for 60. So what you're doing here is actually multiplying a 60 times 9. And then you're multiplying a 60 times what? Times 29, right? Some of you have learned this before. There's a way to do this, for example. They call it the area method. Who's familiar with the area method? Okay. The area method says you can split this 29 like this. 20 and 9. And then this 63 and 60 and 3. And then you are going to have to multiply 60 times 20, which is what? What is 60 times 20? Because you already know that, right? Like that's what we have been learning. Genevieve. 1,200 because it's 6 times 2 and the 2 extra zeros, right? And then 60 times 9, what is that? Raylan?
60 times 9 is... Oh, I know.
Leah? 540. And then 3 times 20? Emma? 60. And then 3 times 9 is? 27. And then all of these, you have to add them. So then you're going to have to do 1,200 plus 540 plus 60 plus 27. And so it's 7. 6 plus 4 is 10. And 2? 12. Then you're carrying a 1, 5, 2, 7, and 1, 8, and 1. That's it. That's great. This is that's a good strategy. But that's a lot of writing, don't you think?
Yeah.
But that's basically what is happening. If you understand this, whenever you see this, that's what's happening all along, right? You have to multiply the 3 times the 9 and the 3 times the 20 because these 2 is an actual 20. Yes, Ryan? Okay, and then you have to multiply the 60 times the 9 and the 60 times the 20 because this is a 60, this is not a 6. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Now what I want you to learn is to do this, but without all of this writing. If you really understand the concept of what's happening here, then you can do the algorithm, okay? And all of these steps, all of these zeros and 2 zeros and this 1 0 and this 1 0 is gonna stay here in one sweet spot, okay? Without having to write all of this. Because could you imagine having to do a word problem that is going to involve at least 2 or 3 multiplications? And having to write all of this is going to be very confusing. Does that make sense? So let's learn to do this, but without all of this. All right, so pay attention. This is how we do. We're going to take the 3 and multiply it by the 9. And then we're going to take the 3 and multiply it by the 2. Okay? These are the steps. We take one number at a time. So it's the 3, those of you who are here, 3 times the 9, and then 3 times the 2. All right? So 3 times 9?
27.
27. And I'm carrying
2.
2. 3 times 2?
6.
And 2?
8.
Do you see what I used it here? 87. It's right there. You see that? That's the 87. Now we're going to end up with all of these ones. Now let's do it. This is why it's important. What happens, listen to me, what happens, you already know this. I'm excited about this. Some of you are going to be like, oh. What happens when you are multiplying a number by a multiple of 10? What happens to any number when you're multiplying it by 10? David? You add a 0. So guess what? This is not a 6. This is a 60. Do you agree that this is a 60 in reality? Okay, so whatever I'm going to multiply here is really 29 times 60 because that's the real value of that 6. And therefore, pay attention to what I'm saying because if you don't say, oh, right now I'm going to be very upset with myself. Listen, this is a 60. Okay, it's a 60. So since it's a 60, it's having a 0 at the end, which means I'm going to have to add a 0 at the end. Okay, if you really did that, because you realize that why you put this 0 here, that's why you put a 0 there. People, I'm not, my hand is in the air. I'm not saying nothing negatively about your previous math teachers, okay? But this is why it's called a placeholder, or you just add a 0. This is why you add the 0. If you didn't know, or it hadn't clicked, or it just clicked for the first time, or you already knew this, great. This is why you add a 0. You add a 0 because this multiplication is 29 times 60. This is what you're doing now. I'm gonna put it with green. We're gonna multiply 60, or 6 times 9, and then 6 times 2. But this is in reality times 60, and this 0, you're gonna have to put it at the end regardless, right? This is the 0. Is that clear?
Yes.
Alright, well now that you understand that you have to put a 0 there, many of you on your quiz forgot to put the 0. And you just did 6 times 9, 24, and you put the 4 right here. And that's not where it goes because you forgot that this is a 60. This is a 0 that you have to put there every time. So when you do multiplications by 2 digit by 2 digit, you always have to put a 0. I already explained it why. So since it's a 60, a 0 goes there at the end. 6 times 9?
54.
54. And I'm carrying
The 5.
the 5. 6 times 2?
12.
12. And the 5 that I'm carrying?
17. So that's
Is 1,200 plus 540. 1,740.
Yes, ma'am. So that's your answer.
And so then I just add, right? Basically, I am just skipping all of these steps and all of these steps, and I'm putting all together here. Which one is faster? Obviously this, right? So you just add 7, 12, 8, 1.
That's the same answer as that.
Yes, it's the same. It would be bad. I would be conservative with as a math teacher if it were not the same answer. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, listen. Any questions? Questions? It's okay if you have questions. You can, Sebastian, can you just click it? Just push the camera.